Ghostbusters 2016. Oh boy. I'm scared to do research for this one because Sony is likely to watch the analytics and see the Ghostbusters 2016 web searches go up 1/1,000,000% and foolishly greenlight a sequel. Erin Gilbert is on the verge of tenure at Columbia University. Unfortunately, a book she co-wrote in the past has resurfaced. She confronts old partner Abby Yates as well as her new assistant, Jillian Holtzman. The trio witness a ghost, record the encounter, which goes viral on the internet, costing Erin her tenure and her job. The trio decide to start a business developing equipment. They hire Kevin, a hunky dimwit, as their secretary. Soon, they're joined by subway worker Patty, who witnessed a ghost in the underground. They find the ghost and document the finding. Patty joins the team, providing them their transportation. Meanwhile, we have an occultist, Rowan, who was working on devices that can summon ghosts. He plants a device at a concert which summons a giant dragon-like ghost. The team is called in to handle the situation and manage to capture the ghost and deal with the public. The team soon discover Rowan's activities, but he kills himself, only to come back as a ghost. Rowan possesses Kevin and draws the team to Times Square. In the confrontation, Rowan is defeated. All this sounds like it should be a quick 90 minutes, right? Nope. 2 freaking hours. An easy half hour could have been trimmed. I don't even know where to begin. Let's start with the cast. Kristen Wiig as Erin Gilbert gives a very muted performance. She has little personality. Melissa McCarthy as Abby Yates tries to channel that Ray Stan's enthusiasm, but often resorts to the same slapstick shtick that plagues her performances. Kate McKinnon as Holtzman is overly cartoonish. It's like she's from a completely different movie. Leslie Jones as Patty, I have no problem admitting, was my favorite character. She had one of my favorite lines in the whole film. And she reacted to the ghost in a believable manner. She gave the film the needed moments of horror, especially the mannequin sequence. Chris Hemsworth as Eye Candy is not an endearing character. His attempt at improv with the Mike Hat exchange, his interview with Erin, Abby, and Holtzman, just grated on my nerves. There was nothing funny about those scenes or this character. Kevin, I guess, was supposed to be a subversion of the sexy female assistant. Yet, Ghostbusters was a notable exception to this trope. Janine was never treated in a sexualized manner and was not afraid to mouth off to her employers. The cameos of the original cast couldn't feel any more forced. There is a strong group of comedians relegated to bit parts. We had Toby Huss of Down Periscope. I mean, this was Artie from The Adventures of Pete and Pete. We had Ed Begley Jr. We had Matt Walsh of the Upright Citizens Brigade. Zach Woods of In the Loop, Michael McDonald of Mad TV. Really good talent, but wasted. For lack of a better word, the script was questionable. Other than the previously mentioned line by Patty, only one other line got a laugh out of me.
Please, Mayor Bradley, you have to believe me. You're the only one that can do something. Please don't be like the mayor in Jaws.
And never compare me to the Jaws mayor. Never!
The movie relied so heavily on improv that scenes came to a screeching halt on multiple occasions. We have the cat in the bag, flying babies, the wontons, the tangent on Patrick Swayze. Steve Higgins as Thomas Skanks was beyond obnoxious. None of this stuff moved the scenes forward. Director-writer Paul Feig and co-writer Katie Dippold showed why this film doesn't work and why Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd did work. Feig and Dippold just gave an outline and expected the improv to carry the movie forward. You had 5 people trying to play comic relief with no one as the proverbial straight man. Ramis and Aykroyd worked with Bill Murray's improv, but kept him in check to move the scene forward. Murray was the one being overtly funny, while Ramis and Aykroyd played the material straight, which is where their comedy came from. It helps having the people write the movie also acting in the film. During the press junkets, Paul Feig asked people to measure the film on its own merits. If the film wasn't called Ghostbusters, people would be more inclined to do so. If these women were given their own original IP, I mean, shoot, off the top of my head, if this movie had a title like The Exorcisters, then you could play on Paul Feig's strength as a subversive comedy director, and he could have fun messing with horror tropes. Anyway, this film relies so much on imagery and scenery from the original films that one will frequently contrast and compare. Rowan's machine exploding recalls the containment unit being shut down, Lady Eldridge with the library ghost, the subway ghost killed in the electric chair with the Scoleri brothers, the green alien ghost at the concert plays out almost exactly like Slimer at the Sedgwick Hotel, Aaron at the restaurant takes cues from both Louis Tully at Tavern on the Green in the first film, and the team meeting Peter and Dana at the restaurant after being through the river of slime in the sequel. Rowan asked the team to choose a form. Why? Why is this even necessary? There's even a sense of animosity towards the original. Bill Murray is unceremoniously killed off after Aaron unleashes a ghost right in front of him. Suspect considering how much Murray is associated with the original film. Isn't forcing Murray to be in this film under the threat of litigation bad enough? In the climax, our heroes, and I'm using air quotes, heroes, shooting the Ghostbusters logo in the crotch. If you're going to exploit the Ghostbusters name, at least show some respect. Technically, the film leaves a lot to be desired. The music score by Theodore Shapiro is absolutely bland. It lacks the quirk and charm of the Elmer Bernstein score. The cinematography by Robert Yeoman can't hold a candle to Laszlo Kovacs. Yeoman shot the film like a comedy. Kovacs shot the film like a serious production. Okay, I think that's enough. There's nothing left of this review but horse paste. It has been beaten to nothing. Only 2 years after this film was released, and it has just become a footnote in the Ghostbusters franchise.